2.5 years ago, I wouldn't be standing here today. 2.5 years ago, I couldn't walk down the hall and see words in a book. 2.5 years ago, I left for school instead of my baseball game that afternoon. 2.5 years ago, I spent 5 days in intensive care unit. 2.5 years ago, my life changed. April 30th, 2008, I started my day like any ordinary 6th grader. That afternoon, I rode the team bus to my baseball game. I didn't play much that season because I was only in 6th grade, but was so excited to have made the middle school team. Silver, left field, wow, this is my chance. The first pitch, the ball hit right to me. I ran and collided with another player. We both went down. I didn't get up. I never lost consciousness, so I was well aware of what was happening. Scared and confused, I was taken to the hospital by ambulance. By the time I reached the emergency room, my eye socket swelled to the size of a baseball. A CT scan showed I had a sinus fracture, skull fracture, orbit fracture, with an eye pressure of around 40, the normal was around 10 to 15, a broken nose, and the blood in my brain was pooling so quickly that the doctors feared I would need surgery. I spent a week in the intensive care unit being closely monitored. After I was released, I spent 3 months recovering at home. In the beginning, I could not even walk to the bathroom or down the hall. Eventually, I walked to the mailbox and down the street. I had double and blurred vision for a very long time, so I listened to books on tape, enjoyed being read to, and listened to the TV. I am lucky my family was so patient with me and took one day at a time. I slowly regained my strength and my eyesight. I went back to school for a few hours. I found that very difficult. Even September of 7th grade with a slow start. My curiosities led me to learn about brain injuries and second impact syndrome. I learned how lucky I was to have the horrible eye injury, which lingers with me today, but that is why I was rushed to the ER. I suffered the same injury as Natasha Richardson, but I am lucky to be alive. I learned how much time and patience it takes to recover from a concussion, and always call for the ball. My dad took me to the field a few weeks later. I still cannot see, but he gently tossed me a ball and gave me back my glove. He wanted to assure me that this dreadful accident was not my fault, and I could still love the game without fear. My parents also helped me come to terms with the fact that I can no longer play football and lacrosse, the games I love most. Soccer, I never liked that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I can never play contact sports again, too risky for another concussion. I worked hard at baseball being the best I could be. I decided to join cross country as a distraction from being unable to be playing contact sports, and learn to love the sport. I even tried swimming, but soon realized I could not dive. I still struggle with headaches and have issues with my eyes. I cannot be in a room with loud noises or bright flashing lights. I cannot go on rides and amusement parks with friends. Did you know that each time you go on a roller coaster, your brain hits your skull, which can cause a concussion without you even knowing it? I cannot get a CT scan unless something life-threatening is detected, since the amount of radiation I had in 1 week is more than most have in a lifetime. I have scar tissue in my brain that can be misconceived as a tumor, but scary, but these are things at my age I must be aware of. High school is the time that kids start to drink and smoke. This is something I know, but it is so bad for your brain, especially mine. I sometimes struggle in school, but never complain. Today, I don't look back and regret. My whole family has taken an awful experience and turned it into a positive one. I have learned that concussions are brain injuries, and each one must be taken seriously. Inspired by my neurosurgeon, neurologists, and nurses, they motivated me to become a pediatric neurosurgeon so I could help children look back and turn their negative situations into something positive. 2.5 years ago, I learned how serious brain injuries are, and do not want to see others go through what I did. I know how scary it is to be in the hospital, unsure of what is going to happen next. My family and Curious George by my side helped me get through the long days and longer nights. I started a program called 22K Send to George. I purchased, packaged, and donated Curious George stuffed animals to local hospitals for injured children just to make them smile, because I know what it's like to be on the other side. Each injury is a mere bump in the road, which will make you bigger, better, and stronger. I created a website to share my experiences and information about concussions. I also have involved myself in the New Jersey Brain Injury Association to help raise awareness about sports concussions. I speak at schools to educate students about sports-related head injuries and the importance of proper recovery, and most important, being honest about how they feel. I promote impact testing as a baseline and believe this should be used for each potential incident and should be required for every player, no matter what sport they play, before the start of the season. I'm thankful I was given a second chance in life, and I'm determined to do great things. If it wasn't for my doctors, parents, and coaches, I would not be back playing the game I love today. There are so many stories in the news about second impact syndrome or repetitive concussions. This is when you have a concussion before your brain fully heals from the first one. Once you have suffered a concussion, you are more susceptible to future concussions. Your brain must recover completely before going back to play, no matter what the sport is. Be honest, be patient, because at the end of the day, it's not about how